rocket propulsion. Our next topic is your rocket propulsion. System with variable mass. We can say that whenever a rocket will moves in upward direction, it's having mass of its own along with the fuel which it contains. So whenever the fuel will get exhausted, what happens to the velocity of the rocket, the burst, burned out gas, the thrust, what happened to that, we are going to discuss in this topic. So I have drawn the three rockets. You have seen my three rockets over there. In the first rocket, it is shown that the rocket is completely filled with the gas. So the rest, so the initial mass of the rocket is your m naught, and the initial velocity of the rocket I have taken as a v naught. When at time t equals to 0. When I will take the time as equals to t, the rocket will start move with velocity v. The mass, there is a change in the mass. The mass of the entire rocket means the mass of rocket plus fuel will get changed. So it becomes from m naught to m. At that time, this Vg stands the velocity of the gas which is coming downward from the nozzle, from the silencer. So the velocity of the gas is coming downward. Due to that, the rocket will start move in an upward direction. After a certain interval of time of dt, what happened? Maximum number of gas has burned out. So the remaining gas will give you the mass of the rocket, which we have taken as m minus dm, and the time will be your t plus dt at that time. And at that time, its velocity, because the rocket is going on in upward direction and maximum amount of gas has burned out, so its velocity goes on decreasing. So the velocity will become your v plus dv. So whenever a rocket will move in upward direction, it's burned out. The gas is coming out. The burned out gas is going on from the nozzle. So the mass of the rocket goes on in decreasing, and the velocity of the rocket goes on increasing. So whenever such kind of situation occurs, what we have to do? So we have to first of all find out the velocity of the rocket. What happens to the velocity of the rocket? What happens when a burn out gas of the rocket? And what is the thrust of the rocket? Thrust on the rocket. These three parameters we have to find out in this topic. Initially, we will start with the velocity of the rocket. This velocity of the rocket, we can say, is the example of conservation of linear momentum. Here, what happens when the gas is coming out from the rocket, how the linear momentum gets conserved, and what happens at the end, that we will see in this topic. So let's start. See, here I have started with the velocity. So the velocity of the rocket, we have to find out very first the velocity of the rocket. So the velocity of the rocket is taken as, suppose at time t equals to 0, initial mass of the rocket I have taken as m naught, v naught I have taken as the initial velocity of the rocket. Okay. After a certain interval of time, small t, what happens when the sum of its gas comes out in a form of some of the fuel, not gas, some of the fuel comes out in a form of gas. So what happened to the mass? So the mass of the rocket will become your small m. Velocity acquired by the rocket will become your v. Why? Because the rocket is moving in upward direction and the gas is coming out from the downward direction. So at that time, the velocity of the rocket will become your v. After a certain interval of time dt, the rocket will goes on in upward direction, covering up the distance in kilometers. What happened when the time, small change in time or small increase in time. So after interval of time dt, dm is the small decrease in mass. Small decrease in mass means the entire mass of rocket plus fuel. dv is the small increase in the velocity of the rocket. Though the mass will decrease, the velocity of the rocket will goes on increasing. And vg is the velocity of the gas exhausted. The velocity of the gas will help the rocket to move in upward direction. So using these three conditions of conservation of linear momentum, I have written here principle of conservation of linear momentum. Here mv is the linear momentum of the rocket, which is equals to momentum of the rocket when the mass is decreasing and velocity is increasing, plus momentum when the velocity, when the gas is coming out from the node, that the motion of the gas with respect to rocket is in the opposite direction. Means when the rocket is moving upward, so the gas coming out from its nozzle is in a downward direction. So here I have taken as minus Vg. Now while solving this equation, what I have done, I have multiplied these two brackets and opened the bracket. So I come to know that there is some common terms on both the sides. So I have cancelled out the common terms. So here mv and mv is the common. On the right and left side I have cancelled out. Now see, there is one dm and dv also. Dm I have already explained here as a small decrease in mass, and dv. So dm and dv when multiplied, though the two small quantity when multiplied, it's again give the very smallest quantity. So we can neglect these two. So I have written here as dm and dv are very small quantity, so their product dm dv can be neglected. So we are going to neglect this part. Okay. So what is left? M dv is equals to v plus vg dm. This much of quantity is left in the above equation after neglecting and after cancel out. Let u be the relative velocity of the burn gas with respect to rocket. So we are going to replace this term by some single term for the sake of our simplicity of our equation. So we take u equals to minus of v plus vg, where v is the velocity of the rocket and u is the velocity of the gas coming out from the rocket. So this above equation will become m times dv equals to minus of u times dm, or dv equals to minus of u times dm by m. Now we want to find out the final velocity, the velocity of the rocket and the mass of the rocket, or velocity of the rocket we are dealing. So we are going to integrate these two terms with the proper limit. So integrating the dv from v0 to v and integrating the m dm from m0 to m, we come to know about this equation. So your after integrating, after putting the proper limit, v minus v0 is equals to minus times u log e m upper limit minus upon lower limit. Whenever we integrate any term, 1 upon x, 1 upon m into dm, like 1 upon m into dm term, we got a log to the base m. This is the general type of equation. It already come with the integration part. So when you go to integrate, when you go to study the integration part, you will understand. Now what we have to do next, we have to put this is upper and lower limit, upper and lower value. So v minus v0 is equals to minus of u log e m minus of log e m naught. This log e m minus log e m naught can also be written as v minus v0 is equals to minus of u log e m upon m naught. Though we have to replace this minus, so what we have to do, we have to interchange the numerator by denominator, denominator by numerator. Means the numerator part will go to denominator, denominator part will come to numerator, so this minus sign will get converted into positive sign. So v minus v0 is equals to u times log e m naught upon m, where m naught is the initial mass of the rocket and m is the mass of the rocket after a certain interval of time. So coming to the next equation, we take the v term, the velocity term of the rocket alone to the left hand side and rest of the term to the other side. So the velocity of the rocket can be given as v equals to v naught plus u times log e m naught by m. This equation number 5 will give you at time t equals to 0, the velocity v naught equals to 0, means initial velocity we have taken 0. So the equation number 5 can be generated in the new form, just given by v equals to u multiplied by log to the base e m naught upon m. This will give the velocity of the rocket when time t equals to 0 and initial velocity of the rocket will have taken 0. So what equation number 5 shows? Equation number 6 shows. So what equation number 6 shows? It shows that the velocity of the rocket is directly proportional to the exhaust speed of the burnout gas and natural log of ratio of initial mass to the mass of the rocket at that instant. Means at what height, at what time the rocket will reach at what height, and at that time what will be its mass is the given by the instant of your instant of time. So the entire rocket propulsion is an accelerated motion because the velocity goes on increasing when the mass of the rocket goes on decreasing. The mass of the rocket goes on decreasing due to the fuel is burning, the fuel is coming out in a form of exhausted gas. From the from second middle diagram, it is shown that v to the base vg. So up to here we are now able to know what will be the velocity of the rocket. Now we want to know that at what speed the velocity of the rocket will move. So for that we have to find out the burn out speed of the rocket. When the gas is coming out from the rocket nozzle, what the speed the rocket will achieve, will acquire. So speed acquired by the rocket when the whole of its fuel get burned. When its entire gas get burned, what speed the rocket will have. So this can be given by an equation, and that we have taken in equation number 5 or equation number 6. But for that we have to convert the mass of the rocket into another form. So I have taken here as if mr, m to the base r, is the residual mass of the rocket at that instant. At a particular instant, the mass of the rocket will become the residual mass. So here the velocity of the rocket will become your VB, burn out gas velocity of the rocket, is given by V naught plus U times log E m naught upon mr. Here this mr has been replaced by mr, the residual mass of the rocket. This natural log E can also be replaced to the base 10 logarithm method. So the new generated form can also be written as V to the base B is equals to V naught plus 2.303. When you replace log E to the log base 10, you have to multiply this number 2.303 U into log to the base 10 m naught upon mr. This will give you the velocity of the rocket when the entire gas of the rocket are burned out. So this will give you VB. Now this will shows you the speed of the rocket due to the burnout gas. Again we have to take the thrust on the gas, that at what force the rocket will move in upward direction. So for that we have to go again in equation number 4. In equation number 4 it was m dv by dt is equals to minus of um d by dt. We have added the dt term on the denominator. In the previous equation, when you see dt term was not there, so we have added, we can cancel out, we again move back in equation number 4. So we have just added dt term to the denominator. So while doing this equation, we come to know that dv by dt is your acceleration. Changing velocity with respect to time will give you acceleration. But here there is a nothing can happen, so we will take it as remain as it is. Now what is m into a? The a come from dv by dt. So what is m into a? M into a is nothing but mass into acceleration will give you the force. This comes from your Newton's second law. So in the entire rocket propulsion, Newton's second law as well as law of conservation of linear momentum occurring. So here m into a will give you force. This equation will remain as it is. This equation will give you minus of u dm by dt. This equation shows that the relative velocity of the burnout gas will increasing. The negative sign shows that the opposite direction of the rocket, which helps the rocket to move in the upward direction. So how much force is required? This much force is required to lift up the rocket, to move the rocket in the further upward direction. So with the help of this topic, we come to know that how a rocket will move in the upward direction. So the velocity of the rocket occurred by is occurred by this one. The burnout speed of the rocket will occur by this one, and the thrust on the rocket we have to find out. We will find out with the help of this equation. So F equals to minus of u times dm by dt will give you the thrust on the rocket happening on this. So this is one of the most important topic, and it's every time asked in the competitive exams also. The numerical based on this equation is asked. So you must read and you must go through this topic